the hell are you still doing here then? Walked out. Potato soup. We're gonna throw some bacon on there.
Yep, anything else you need there?
Bacon. I'll grab a spoon there.
A spoon to go?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Yeah. There we go. Oh, home from work and I just get out here and start playing and it starts to rain, so I have to go back in now, which is kind of sad. I really wanted to stay out here and play some more. But that's how it goes. Anywho. Yeah. All right then. Ta-ta. Oh, wow. So, I'm at the boat, and yeah, I wasn't able to get to the boat to get it ready for haul out, so when they did the haul out, they had to do the prep themselves, and they don't like doing that, and I don't blame them because it's a pain in the ass. But now that I am out, I found that they did a great job. They were very respectful about everything, so that's good. It's still a bit of a shambles. I need to figure out where everything is, but mostly it's pretty obvious, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. I just need to find where they put everything. Yeah. All my docking lines are still topside, so yeah, I need to take those in and coil them. There's a great deal of stuff that needs to be done, and the problem of living in one town and having your boat in another town is that getting back and forth is a pain in the ass. Especially when you don't have a car and the person who used to drive is dead. Yeah. Goodbye, Paul. Happy sailing. There you go. Anywho, so I'm the proud owner of a boat, and the previous owner is deceased, and I have a lot of work to do. Okay, anywho. Yeah, and as you can see, the marina's pretty empty. There's a few people, but not many, and they're going to be hauled out pretty soon, I think. Yeah. Hey, it's November. Come on. Take a look at those clouds. Don't they look spooky? Yeah. Hey, yeah. As you can see, my umbrella cannot be deployed because it will blow up. I'm at Heritage Grove in what used to be Butternut Hill. Before this was paved to create the monster shopping center that it is now. Whoa, there goes my umbrella. Before it was paved over, there was a hill here, and the ground that I'm standing on was about 30 feet higher up in elevation, and it was covered with the northernmost stand of North American butternut trees in the world. And the contractors promised not to cut them down, and they cut them down. And yeah, now they call it Heritage Grove instead of Butternut Hill. After they bulldozed our fucking heritage. I am not impressed. I am so not impressed. Butternut Hill became Heritage Grove Center. And as a result, the heritage of the northernmost stand of North American butternut trees in the world was lost. That was the heritage. And it's gone. Goodbye, heritage. Yeah, Heritage Grove my ass. So they got rid of the heritage and then renamed it Heritage Grove. Why Heritage Grove? Well, because once you've gotten rid of the actual heritage, you need to give it something that sounds pseudo-patriotic. And there's nothing more pseudo-patriotic than naming things heritage this and heritage that after you've removed all the heritage from them. Of course, then again, heritage is also the conservative euphemism for white people. Yeah. Man. Heritage is the conservative euphemism for white people. Rather a depressing thought, don't you think? Hey, yeah. So I'm at Fresh Roots Cafe again. Yeah. Taking a break from my very busy day. Having a cup of coffee. And I'm off center as well, so that's okay. You can see the artwork behind me. It's very nice artwork. And it was done by one of the people who comes to Union Place, which is part of the Canadian Mental Health Association, CMHA. Yeah. One of the many people who come here for a drop-in and sometimes for counseling. Yeah. And it is a good program. And like every other good program in the province, the funding is being aggressively cut by Doug Ford because he wants more money to go to his friends in real estate. Yeah. Premier Doughy Fraud wants to take money away from people who need it and give it to his rich friends. who are mostly foreign real estate speculators. So yeah, think of people from Beijing and from Houston and from Tel Aviv who want to buy up housing in Canada and who also want to buy up parks in Canada and turn them into suburbs. Yeah. And Doug Ford is doing everything in his power to bend over backwards for them and offer them up the province of Ontario. Joy and bliss. Yeah. That's conservatives. Conservatives are, at this point, treasonously depressing. Hey, yeah, so anywho. Now, I have a personal grievance with what's called Pocket Health. It's the new initiative from the Ontario government to try to download healthcare onto the patient. Yeah. Yeah, it's a really stupid idea. Basically, it's a computer app where instead of your doctor being sent the results of all your tests, your results are sent to your app, and then you go over them and can share them with your doctor. Which, yeah, that does kind of mean that a lot of people are going to be making medical decisions without a doctor's advice, and they're going to be bad decisions. Because, yeah, that's what happens when you trust people who might not be the best judges of what they should be doing medically. Yeah, people with no medical training who actually should be having a doctor do their stuff, but instead the province, the Conservatives, have this brilliant idea of putting the patient in charge instead of putting the doctor in charge. Because, yeah, I'm an untrained person with basically a high school education. I went to college for culinary, so yeah, I should know everything there is to know about medicine, right? Yeah. No, that's not how it works. But unfortunately, the internet has created a lot of so-called experts who, thanks to things like Pocket Health, are going to be doing stupid things. And dying from it. That's the thing. They're going to be dying from it. Their loved ones are going to be dying from it. Their kids are going to be dying from it. Yeah. Because Pocket Health is really part of a program to Americanize Canadian healthcare, one province at a time. Yeah. And we all know what happens in American healthcare. Yeah. Private citizens can just go out and buy antibiotics without a prescription. They can buy all kinds of powerful medications without a prescription. And ordinary people are making their own medical decisions with little to no idea of what they're doing. And it's completely unregulated because, yeah, America is the Wild West of healthcare. Where, yeah, if you're rich enough to afford a real doctor, you get decent health care, but for the rest, it's hit and miss. You can talk to the local witch doctor, the local faith healer, the local snake oil peddler, or you can Google your symptoms and hope for the best. Yeah. Yeah. And that's America. Unfortunately, the Conservatives are trying to bring that bullshit here to Canada. And let's be honest. Who remembers when Stephen Harper was Prime Minister? It wasn't that long ago, but yeah. He flat out said public health care is bad. And we need an American-style private for-profit system because that's how you get the best results in healthcare. Now, when he says best results, he doesn't mean making sure that everybody's healthy. What he means is making stockholders richer, because that's what American healthcare does. It makes stockholders richer. That's pure unrestricted capitalism. Fuck the poor people. Make the rich richer. Yeah. Public healthcare is socialism. This is something they get right. Public healthcare is socialism. And public healthcare is the reason that I'm not dead. It's the reason that a lot of Canadians who decry public healthcare are still alive. Because thanks to socialism, Canadian patients who need health care now and don't have money are able to get health care. And don't end up with medical debt. Don't end up dead on the front steps of a hospital. Because that's something else American hospitals do. Once they've taken all your money, they put you out on the front steps and you can find your own way home. Yeah. For-profit healthcare. That's what the Conservatives want to bring to Canada as a whole. One province at a time. For-profit, private healthcare. Where if you're poor, like me, and like most of you out there, you don't get healthcare. You just get told, go somewhere else. If you don't have private insurance, you're on your own. And if your insurance company is not connected to that hospital, you get sent to a different hospital. There have been, quite literally, Americans who died in ambulances going from hospital to hospital to see if their insurance was in the hospital system. Because, yeah, private, for-profit healthcare in which you have to buy private, for-profit insurance that does not cover you. Yeah. Yeah. Private, for-profit healthcare that does not cover you. Yeah. Yeah. American healthcare. We're trying to keep this shit out of Canada, and the Conservatives are trying to bring it in. So yeah, next election time, which might be closer than we think, just remember, just because your Conservative candidate doesn't support this crap doesn't mean that the heads of the Conservative Party are not gung-ho for it, because they've all invested in American private for-profit healthcare and American private for-profit health insurance companies. They're gung-ho to scrap our healthcare. They're gung-ho to scrap your healthcare. Yeah. And, well, at the end of the day, let's be honest, nobody wants to die on the steps of a hospital because they don't have enough money to get in.